Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This story is sponsored by Little River Medical Center. Hi guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I'm back at Little River Medical Center at their Carolina Forest location, and I'm joined by the Chief Pharmacy Officer, Chris. We have met before, but it's great to see you again.
We have. It's great to see you again, Katie. Thanks for joining us at our newly renovated location. As you know, we've been here for almost 10 years at this location, but we knew it was time to just kind of refresh. So we wanted to meet the demands of our patients. So recently we've completed a renovation of not only the pharmacy, which I know we'll talk about later, but also the exam room space here, because we believe here at Little River Medical Center, we want to make sure that we allow everyone to have access to the best facilities, the best technology, to be able to have the best primary health care that they could reach here in Horry County.
You guys are constantly doing things to really meet everybody's needs, regardless of socioeconomic background, regardless of language. I really love that you do that, but why don't you tell everybody a little bit about Little River Medical Center as a whole?
Sure. Little River Medical Center is a federally qualified health center, and we like to say that we are the jack of all trades when it comes to primary health care. So despite knowing that we have medical services here, I want everybody to know that we also have behavioral health services, dental services, and other ancillary services such as imaging that can really help people maintain good health. And that's what we're all about here, because we want to believe that we can touch everyone no matter where they are at. So whether you have Medicare, Medicaid, private health insurance, or no insurance at all, we want to make sure that everyone knows that we want to be a provider of choice for anyone that wants to come visit us for their primary health care.
All right, so now we have to talk about the new pharmacy. It's brand spanking new here. It's fantastic. I'm sure you've been excited about this.
I am excited. I'm excited from listening to the feedback of our patients. And what we've done with that feedback is we wanted to make sure that we met the demands of what the patients were actually letting us know that they thought that we may be missing, because we already had the ability to provide pharmaceutical services if a patient becomes a patient here at Little River Medical Center by delivering low-cost pharmaceuticals through utilizing our free and discount drug lists and other unique programs that we have available to us to help make sure that every person leaves their appointments with the medication that they need to get better. However, we knew from a space standpoint, we just wanted to expand. We wanted the ability to kind of move our elbows out a little bit. So we've developed an excellent floor plan that also includes now pharmacy drive-through services, because we know that that's one thing that patients were craving in this location and throughout our network of other pharmacies, which we've also added that service as well at some of our other locations. It helps that mom with that antibiotic when they don't need to get out of the car and they can leave the child in the car seat. So we're able to really help utilize a different means to get the medicine to the patient and meet them where they want to be.
So, Chris, tell me, what does the process look like to become a patient here, and what are some of the benefits you get as a patient?
It's easy to become a patient at Little River Medical Center. First of all, you just call up 663-8000, get an appointment, become a patient, and then it gives you a gateway to be provided with the services that we have here within the center, namely pharmacy services. So once you become a patient here, we'd be happy to serve you in one of our 4 pharmacy locations that's most convenient for you. So some of the benefits of becoming a patient at Little River Medical Center are obvious. We're going to provide great care to you as a patient with us. Next, we have the ability to really embed and be part of the healthcare team, whether you're at the pharmacy or if you're seeing one of our behavioral health specialists, maybe one of our dentists. We're all integrated with an electronic health record that really brings benefit in helping with communication and making sure that you're receiving the care that you need for what you came here to be seen for, which is important in this day of age. So we don't want to make sure that we get lost in the technology that's out there, right? We want to make sure that we're integrated within that technology and getting the results that we want to have.
This story is sponsored by Little River Medical Center.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by PuroClean. Hey guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I am in the studio and we are talking a very interesting topic with Joseph, PuroClean. I want to learn more about you guys and what you do. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. We are a local emergency restoration company serving the Grand Strand area. And what we do is we specialize in water damage, fire damage, mold remediation, and biohazard cleanup.
You guys tackle some pretty big jobs, but you all are still a local company, right?
We are. We are part of a franchise network. We have over 400 locations throughout the United States, but we are locally owned and operated here in the Grand Strand area.
Nice. Okay, so you said fire, mold, what else?
Water and biohazard.
So that's a lot of different stuff, and sometimes when people are calling you, it's not exactly the best day of their life.
No, it is absolutely not. It is usually one of the worst days of their life. You know, normally property owners go through 1 to 2 major losses in their lifetime, and it can be very disruptive. You know, sometimes they have to move out of their homes, especially when children are involved. I can only imagine. But yeah, it can be very detrimental to people's just normal life.
So I mean, how does the whole process work? If you have something bad happen to you and you need to make a call, how does the process work with you guys?
So we work real well with insurance companies. A lot of times people will report it to their insurance companies, and their insurance companies might call us, or they might call us directly. We get out there, we have a response time within 4 hours, and we want to make sure that we get that property stabilized so that there's no further damage to the property. We see everything from just a small water line break to major hurricanes. So like you said, there is a vast majority of different kind of work that we can do for our customers.
Gotcha. Do you maybe have any tips for people if something happens to them, or how to prevent a disaster from happening in your home?
Yeah, I mean, it's you can have leak detectors installed into your home, doing a yearly inspection of your home, doing service to your major appliances, your air conditioning unit, your refrigerator, your dishwasher, anything that's going to involve water, or even maybe a potential fire hazard. Make sure that your smoke alarms are up to date and have their batteries in. But sometimes, living in the climate we live when it comes to mold, we just live in a high humid climate, and sometimes it's unpreventable. Like I said, we want to do everything we can to prevent any other major damages happening. That's why we are called a restoration company.
When you said mold, it just sent chills down my spine because mold is my enemy. This is the sort of thing you want to trust the experts to clean up too, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It can be, if you run into the wrong person with an immune system problem, it can make them very, very sick, or an allergy. We have to be very, very careful and thorough in the work that we do.
And I'm sure you have all the state-of-the-art equipment and all these special processes that you can't do yourself, really.
Absolutely. We are trained. We all, myself and my technicians, are certified through the IICRC. So we take pride in that. We go to continuing education to make sure that we're learning all about all the new processes and all the new technology out there that can help our customers get back to normal. So the one nice thing about being a part of a franchise network is when there is a major event such as a hurricane or a freeze, it's one phone call away from me to mobilize other franchises and my headquarters down in Florida to be able to come here to the Grand Strand area and the Myrtle Beach area to help us get back to normal, because sometimes it can be overwhelming. I might not be able to handle everybody at one time, but like I said, it's the nice thing about being part of a team as like PuroClean is that I can make one phone call and they'll come and help us, and like I said, help our community get back to normal.
Strength in numbers.
Strength in numbers for sure.
This portion of Living Local Carolina was sponsored by PuroClean. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Living Local Carolina. My goodness, this is my office for today. I'm out here with Coach Goody. What's up? How are you?
You are in my world, yeah. Doesn't it feel awesome? Check it out. What a day. We're going to play some volleyball in the sand, a little beach volleyball. Are you ready?
I am kind of ready. Let's first talk about what you do and how you got all of these volleyball courts.
Yeah, so super exciting. It was 2013, and my daughter, she was like 13 years old, and she was playing indoor volleyball, club volleyball, and she's like, I played beach, and she always would watch Dad go off and play in these tournaments and stuff. And she's like, Dad, I want to learn to play beach volleyball. Can you teach me? And I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's do it. And I said, well, we had 3 courts down here at the time. I was like, well, why don't we get your teammates, see if anyone else wants to come? And we started a little club, and we had like 20 kids, and we did a couple months of training, and that's how it started.
And it's grown to be pretty darn big now.
It has. It slowly grew, and really COVID, surprisingly, is what helped it grow, because there wasn't a lot of things going on, but we were allowed to do beach volleyball, and I was kind of one of the first sports that kind of went back out and got the kids going. It was a little scary at first, but once everyone got out there, it was so exciting, and it just blew up. And the tournaments, we had more and more people coming here for the tournaments, and since then it's really grown more and more. So it's exciting.
Love it. And you were saying that this is the kind of sport that's for everybody, you know, all levels, all ages.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Yeah, because I mean, everybody kind of, oh yeah, I love volleyball. You know, they remember in PE playing, and maybe they had 4 on one side, or maybe they had 8, right? So it just kind of depends where you're at, whether you're out at a family picnic or whether you're a professional playing 2-on-2. You know, whether you have 10 on one side and 10 on the other, or 2-on-2. So there's a lot of flexibility, and people just want to play and have a good time. Yeah. So it's fun.
Love it. So for people that might be watching this right now and are interested in playing a game or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, how can they do that? Can they get in contact with you?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the deal?
Yeah, so my website is, I have 2 different, you have grandstrandsand.com, so they can reach out there. And then really, you just come out here. These courts are free to use to the public, so just come out and play. You know, you need a ball, you know, call some friends and get out here and play.
Well, today I am joined by Cecile Walks Peace, an author. I am so happy to talk to you today. How are you doing?
Same here. I'm great. I'm blessed. Thank you for having me.
Well, this is such a treat. We're going to be talking about your book, Gigi's Gems, that you just released this year. This was a huge deal.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it was.
Tell me, there's a story behind this.
There's a story behind Gigi's Gems. Gigi's Gems is loosely based on my mom, Irma Walks, and her bout with dementia. So the story, Gigi's Gems, is a children's picture book, beautifully illustrated by Cameron Wilson, and it's about 3 children and their great-grandmother, their queen, Gigi.
I love it. I love it. So tell me, what was your inspiration to start writing this book? You've been an author for quite some time, right?
I have. So I've done some ghost writing on a few projects, both here and also in the continent of Africa with some friends. And now it's just an opportunity for me to release Gigi's Gems, pretty much to just tell the story of how dementia is affecting our family, to allow our children to have an opportunity to talk about some tough topics.
Tough topics that you illustrate and talk about beautifully, but tell me, how do you make that palatable for children?
So one of the things about children is that if you give them the opportunity to understand, if I can understand it, then with my teaching background, I've been able to teach them how to understand tough topics. So oftentimes it's just an opportunity to empower them. And in this particular story, the children are trying to unlock Gigi's memories. Mm-hmm. And they find that they have to dig a little bit deeper than just on the surface of Gigi's favorite times with them. And it's the youngest one that finds the key to unlock those memories.
Oh.
Yes.
Very interesting. All right, so tell me, for anyone who wants to read this book, where can they purchase it?
They can purchase this book, Target, Amazon. It's purchased online. It's also at Black Sugar and Spice Books. It was picked up as well there. And so it's an online purchase.
And if people want to stay, with you while you write more books in the future, social media?
Yes, social media. Find me on IG as well as on our website, walksinpeace.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This segment is sponsored by Power Swabs. Well, good morning and thanks for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. I love talking about Power Swabs. I'm so excited. 2024, you gotta have a bright white smile. Hi Annette, how are you doing?
Hi, Kate. Wonderful. And you do. Bright smiles make you look more confident, more refreshed. And what better way than with Power Swabs?
All right, so I know that a lot of our viewers have heard me talk about Power Swabs. I love Power Swabs, but for somebody that's a little new, give them the full rundown on what they can expect when using Power Swabs.
Yeah, so basically this was created by an award-winning dentist, and that's my favorite part because he understood all the negatives that whitening caused, and he turned those all into positives. I'm a former dental hygienist, and I was the one that used to do those whitening that used to cause that electric shock or pain afterwards. So when I came across this product, let me tell you, Kate, I was so excited because as you know, minimum to zero sensitivity, and that is my favorite part because no one wants to be in pain. And the fact is, it only takes 5 minutes, 2 shades whiter after the first use, 6 shades whiter in just 1 week.
It is my favorite thing watching these before and afters. It's truly incredible to be able to watch. It's so quick too.
So quick. Let's put it this way. It takes 5 minutes a day for just 1 week. So after 1 week, you're good to go. And who doesn't have 5 minutes a day? So it's a 2-step system. It's a stain remover. And I want to point out what this does. It's 2 minutes. You're going to smile, follow along that gum line. And while you're doing this, there's no mess, no fuss, a mild minty taste. It's derived from coconuts and it hydrates the enamel. And hydrating the enamel is a key to avoiding sensitivity issues. This is also pulling the stains. So the stains are gone, not just covered up. Then you're going to follow it up with the whitening and do this the same exact way, another 2 minutes. And then under 5 minutes, check the difference. 2 shades whiter after the first use, 6 shades whiter in just 1 week to look more youthful and refreshed.
That's exactly what I was going to say. People don't realize how much of a difference having white teeth can make. And you can really see that in y'all's images that you have.
No, it's so true. How many times have you seen people that are dressed up and absolutely stunning, but they smile and their teeth are yellow, and that is all that you can see. And the last thing we want to be remembered for are yellow and stained teeth. Well, let Power Swabs help you in just 5 minutes, turn back the clock, and literally boost your confidence, because when you look good, you feel good.
Oh, absolutely. And also, you don't have to go to the dentist, which a lot of people don't love doing.
No, that's so true. You do it in the convenience and privacy of your own home in 5 minutes. And if you think about it, I'd rather save money for traveling because it's a fraction of the cost and you save time. And who doesn't love saving time?
All right, so you guys did an experiment with an egg, right? To show how well this works.
Absolutely. The reason we did this is because the egg looks similar to the enamel. We soaked 1 in coffee for 30 minutes, 1 for 3 hours. And as you can see, it just goes to show you what can happen with stain as time goes on. And what I love about Power Swabs, it's quick, easy, pulls out those stains, whitens those teeth up to 6 months. And in between, because we're talking about stain, we have this incredible stain out quick stick. So you just stick it in your purse or your pocket and you're at work and you have coffee. No worries, you have the stain out quick stick, you have your coffee, you don't have time to brush, you just go wipe this on your teeth and it prevents the stain from setting in. So enjoy that wine, coffee, or tea, and you have that wonderful stain out quick stick.
Perfect, and that is included in the special offer that you guys have right now, right?
Yes, we have an incredible offer, 50% off, free shipping, 30-day money-back guarantee, because we believe in our products so much, but we're throwing in that stain out quick stick. And I do want to say this, the beauty of Power Swabs and what makes it different is it removes the stains from the caps, crowns, veneers, as well as your natural teeth, prevents sensitivity, convenience, and privacy of your own home, works in 5 minutes. We have that stain out quick stick, so definitely give it a try. 1-800-801-0285. Smile with confidence and comfort with Power Swabs.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.